51 mo. Tapos ano 53 sabi?
Check ko muna yung tinahanap rin yung ano ko yung notes from this 23. Ito. Okay, so 51, no? So, pwede tayo sa 53.
Sabi niya daw po parang hindi na po naintindihan yung 53.
What? One parameter family of parabolas. That, such that at any point xy, and the tangent lines are two curves at this point.
Sabihin nun. Hindi naman po tinuro.
Sige, skip muna natin to 53. Sorry. Hindi pa pala nga, hindi pala na ano yan. So, kunin ko yung PC7 ko.
Okay.
So, 55. Ay, hindi. Ano to? Sige. Okay na. You know the acceleration. Yan. Sige. Explain mo na sa akin yung 55.
Particles moving on line, blah, blah, blah. For initial, we must know equation is hindi sa the particles. Yung ano po, ano kasi yan yung...
Yun. Isulat mo, ano yung given? Ang given dito ay, ang sabi, you know the acceleration as a function of time.
Velocity, initial velocity.
That equation only applies if the acceleration is constant.
Ano?
So, paano yung sa 55? What if ang given ay acceleration as a function of time?
May ginawa po tayo na yung parang may kasama na po siya direct.
And then, pakita mo.
Wala mo.
Let A of t be, yun, given A of t. So, walang yan So, hindi na state ko yung explicit dependence. So, ang V of t, how do you get that?
Ay, yung ginawa yan. Yes, tama. Okay.
And then, may arbitrary constant, di ba?
Tapos, tama. Pwede naman dito po. Pwede.
Okay. And then, yung position versus time. Okay. So, pag i-integrate, paano nangyari? Substitute mo kaya yung V of t. May mali na dyan.
Okay. So,
So, mangyari, pag may double integral ka, na may sequence, o may dalawang integrals ka na gagawin na in sequence. So, if you substitute V of t dyan sa S of t, So S of t equals integral with respect integral sign. Tapos on, bracket, integral ulit,
Ah, wait.
plus c sub 1, and then dt ulit, plus c sub 2. Ngayon, yung integral mo dun sa ano, sa c sub 1, pwede mo siyang isulat as, so double integral, so that's equal to integral ng a of t dt. Ngayon, open pa, dapat may bracket yan eh. Kasi kailangan mong pakita na yung, hindi, may bracket sa ano sa isang sa between the two integrals. Between the two integral signs. Yun, so a of t dt, tapos close bracket, and then dt ulit. Kasi mag-integrate ka eh. Yan. Ngayon, just to check na tama yan, let a of t be equal to t square. So, ano mangyayari? Dt. So, t cube over 3, and then dt, plus c sub 1t, plus c sub 2. And then, yung integral na yan, t to the, plus c sub. Okay. Ngayon, what if, so kung ano, let's say magsimula tayo sa t square. So, ang v of t is what? So, that's equal to t cube over 3 plus c sub 1. That's wala na, di ba? And then, if we integrate that, lalabas sa yung t to the, babalik tayo dyan sa, ano, sa s of t. So, it works. Yan. Kaya hindi mo ano eh. Kaya, so, yung kanina, so pag tingnan mo yung ano, pag yung setup mo, yung kanina, at hindi mo sinulat yan, or wala kang brackets, medyo, ang pangit, ang problema kasi sa ano na yan, sa integral sign na ganyan, ambiguous yung meaning. Ang ina-associate natin yan with antiderivative of what's inside, di ba?
Ano
So,
ba?
yung dt na dalawa na yan, mahirap siyang, pagka wala kang bracket, mahirap i-interpret kung ano yung sabihin ng double integral. Kasi we haven't even talked about ano may double integral.
Mm.
Yeah. So walang, at least yan, mas less ambiguous yung integral of this whatever is inside.
Ano ba?
Yung actual meeting is going to show up sa ano, sa kapag nagano na kayo, pag nag-calculus of many variables na tayo. Okay, so let's start with yung new lesson ngayon. So, area. So, ito, yung gagawin dito ay imo-motivate kasi yung definition ng definite integral. So, papakita muna yung brute force method of calculating the areas. Something that Probably goes back to Archimedes.
No po. Parang,
So, share ko muna yung ano, share ko muna yung screen ko. And to be able to do the, share na ba?
hindi po. Wala mo.
Okay, ito.
Hindi mo.
Yan. So, may mga, so, kailangan natin, ngayon, dahil kailangan natin yung ano, kailangan natin yung sum ng n, sum of n square, sum of n cube, sum of n to the fourth. Let's first set up those sums. Okay, so ang gagamitin kong method to find the following sums. Sum from n equals 0 to n of n n square n cube tsaka n to the fourth.
Meron pong general formula for n to the k.
Uh, may formulas pero hindi siya general. May formulas pero hindi siya yung hindi ko alam kung may pattern talaga siya eh. Kasi parang wala, parang hindi siya lumalabas sa ano eh. So pakita ko lang how to get yung ano, yung mga yan.
Babo.
Yung sum ng 1 to n, di ba? N equals 0 to big N. Di ba that's may kwento about Gauss, di ba? About pag
Opo.
inad pag inad
Kinatanda.
ano, na parang fino-fold mo yung sum tapos may pairs na lumalabas. We're not going to do that. We're going to do something else. So what we'll do is we're going to consider sum yung from n equals 0 to n plus 1 square minus n square. Ngayon, ito, may pairwise cancellation na mangyayari dyan, di ba?
Opo.
Kasi ito, 1 square, 2 square, and then yung next term ay 2 square, 3 square. Ang may iwan dito, yung walang kapares, would be yung n equals 0, walang kapares, tapos yung n plus 1, wala, di ba? So everything else may kapares na magka-cancel out.
Opo.
Tama?
So,
Ngayon, yung next step dito ay expand natin yung nasa loob ng sum. Pinakita ko ba sa ito dati or hindi pa?
alam ko lang po yung method, pero hindi na po nagawa po dati.
O sige. So this is n plus 1 square. And then, ito magka-cancel. Tapos, yung sum pwede natin split into sum from n equals 0 to n minus sum from n equals 0 to n of 1.
Trivial na naman po yung na parang po, yung associative tsaka pwede, yung associative property.
Yung ginamit na yung pan-distributive property siya, di ba? And then, yung
Opo. Trivial
so
lang naman.
distributive property ng sum.
Opo.
So ito, sum of n terms of 1. So that's just capital N. Okay. And then, sum from n equals 0 to big N is equal to n plus 1 square minus n. And then, ngayon, ito,
Ay, plus n
n
po.
square plus 2n
Plus
plus
n.
1 minus n.
Hindi po plus
So,
n.
2n plus
Nagalaw na po sa ano, na-transpose na po eh. So, di ba po plus n?
Plus n, okay. Plus n. Okay, so n squared plus 2n plus n, so plus 3n. Teka, check ko lang
May,
baka may
may,
mali.
may ano po doon, may nalaglag siguro po. Parang ano eh.
Oo.
Alam ko po, n times n plus 1 over
Hindi,
2.
alam ko yung ano eh. Alam ko rin kung ano yung result eh. So check ko kung saan may nalaglag. Plus 1, n equals 0 to n. Mm. Ito, yung sum natin from 0 to n, it's not going to be just n. It's n plus 1. Ayun.
Okay.
So,
Opo.
ayan. And then, okay, factor out na natin n plus 1.
Wait a minute. Parang dapat minus yung nga yata po na. Dapat magaganyan.
Pag ganyan, kaya, n plus 1 square. Dapat kasi n plus 1, di ba?
So, parang dapat
So,
minus quantity n plus 1. So, dapat baka positive yun
teka,
somewhere.
check natin. Sorry. Plus to.
Yun. Yun nga po. So,
Kasi
minus.
yung first term. So, magiging minus. Ayan, okay na. So, kaya, ayan, teka. Check lang. Tama. So, ito yung dito, plus. Yun. May maling sign. Okay. So, n plus 1 square, tapos magiging minus. Tapos n plus 1 minus 1. Or n plus 1. And therefore, ano siya eh, kaya ako ginagawa to, this is not the most efficient method for doing yung yung sum of n, di ba? Pero,
Opo.
we're doing this kasi ang advantage ng method na to, generalizable siya for higher powers.
So, this can be done po until until any power imaginable. Unless
Oo.
na what hindi po kaya.
Kailangan lang maging masipag ka at kaya mong gawin yung algebra. So,
Opo.
ito, ngayon gusto ko gawin mo to. Consider, so di ba, difference of squares. Gusto kong consider the sum n equals 0 to n. Tapos naman n plus 1 cube minus n plus 1 minus n cube.
So, the difference of cubes.
Or the difference of cubes. And then, of using the result from 9. Okay, ano yung mga known results na nakakailangan natin? Yung sum ng n. So yung building blocks for this derivation is yung sum of 1 is n plus 1. Yung sum of n from 0 to n is n plus 1 times n. Kaya kailangan mo yan dito. So using the same method, obtain
Pascal's line.
sum from n equals 0 to n of n square.
Opo.
Okay, so pwedeng pa i-share ng screen tapos tingnan natin.
So,
Ano to
basic.
eh? Exercise. Check ko yun Alam ko exercise to sa TC7 eh. So just parang prove that, I think. Etong yung 45 to 48. So improves so gusto kong i-prove natin to without using mathematical. Tingnan mo yan, oh. Go to page 349. Muna, tingnan mo lang yung 349 sa book. Yung theorem 4.4.7. Ang sabi dito, the next theorem gives four formulas that are useful for computation with sigma notation. So we'll be using these to calculate areas without using the definite integral.
Looks like parang may
So ang goal
baka siguro
so
na-cancel.
ang goal ay prove tapos 46 to 47. So ito yung ano. So yung hint dito ay so we're following yung hint
Opo.
na yung the difference of squares, difference of cubes, etc. 45 to so we're going to prove 45 to, so actually we're doing in Formula 1. Okay, nagawa natin yung Formula 1. That's exercise 45 on page 4.4.
Oh, wow, okay.
So
So it turns
so
out pala
this
yung
is
ano pala po, yung the sum of terms in a geometric series, meron po siyang generalized formula. Okay.
teka,
So,
hindi siya geometric series. Iba yung geometric series. Yung geometric series ay x to the n. Ito, sum ng squares. Sum ng cubes.
mm, hindi ako geometric series yun. Pero anyway, so kung ano,
Oo.
ah,
Yung geometric series yung um, sum of x to the n from n equals 0 to big N. Iba siyang ano, ibang series yun. Ginagamit yun para sa theory of interest.
so this is,
Dito, sum ng squares, sum ng cubes, and so on.
ano, part,
Okay,
mm,
so yung so tapos na tayo sa 45. So what we're now going to do is number 46. Sa notation ni Leithold, gamitin na natin notation ni Leithold kasi total so copy mo lang yung question. So ito. So let's just follow Leithold's notation kasi tingnan mo yun, ano, yung notation niya. Sum from I equals 1,
so sum from,
tapos I square,
Marble momentum.
okay. Kasi parang nagmamatch yung notation natin with Leithold's. I square. Tapos yung sum from 1, instead of 0 to n, yung sum natin will be from 1, I equals 1 to big N, to small n.
But why from I equals 1 ba? Hindi from 0?
Ewan ko sa kanya. Hindi kasi di ba yung first term magzi-zero eh.
Ah, so anyway,
Yung sum ng I square. So kaya inano niya, sige, I equals 1.
so
Okay, ngayon,
doesn't matter po kung 0 or 1, okay.
hindi, ang mangyayari, ang advantage kasi ng 0, yung last term, yung first term, di ba, mawawala.
Opo.
Dito, yung pairwise cancellation, may cancellations until n yung n cube magka-cancel. Yung first term may isang hindi magka-cancel. So
Mhm.
may iwan kang first term at saka last term.
So what if I just copy this summation? Nice. Okay, I don't have to write it again. So, mhm.
Teka, gawin ko rin. So, Tingnan, saan yun? Anong extra? I-label ko lang yung exercise. So the so the exercise is TC7 number 46. So TC7 section 4.4. So this is 4.4.46. Tapos yung yung tanong dito ay prove or show.
So, yung ano po dito sa constant, may, ano ba yung ano sa constant? The summation of a constant.
Yan, that's how many terms ba yan?
N.
So 1 plus 1 plus 1 n times is
N, okay.
n.
So,
Sum from I equals 1 to n of I square is equal to n plus 1, 2n plus 1 over 6. Actually, gagawin natin yung ano hanggang formula 4. Ma-effort siya, pero kailangan, ano yun gusto ko lang na nagagawa siya Prove as much as we can. Okay, so so consider sum from I equals 1 to n of I cube minus I cube. So we know na this is equal to sum from I equals 1 to n I cube plus 3I square plus 3I plus 1 minus I cube, which is 3I square plus 3I plus 1,
hmm,
which is sum from I equal.
okay, something
Teka,
wrong.
balik ka. Oo nga.
So, so dapat there must be a product for this. This is, ano ba na to?
And then, gawin, tingnan mo yan, ano yung may iwan after all the cancellations?
Parang wala nga yata pong cancellations eh. So,
Hindi,
anyway.
hindi. Hindi. Tingnan mo yung ano. Sige, ipakita ko yung ano. Share yung screen ko. Ito. Yung sum from I equals 1 to n of I plus 1 cube minus I cube is equal to. Ngayon, pag nilista natin lahat ng terms niyan, di ba? Meron tayong n plus 1 cube minus n cube. Meron tayong n cube minus n minus 1 cube. May n minus 1 cube minus n minus 2 cube. Dot, 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 dot. Tapos, yung first term dito ay 1 cube minus 2 cube. And then meron tayong minus 2 cube, 3 cube.
So, blah, 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 blah. Parang ano
So
po,
may magka-cancel.
yung ano po na
Ito, this pair will cancel.
problem.
Ito may, and then magpo-fold yan. At ang may iwan,
Telescoping sum nga po na. So, yun. So, yung
mm,
may n plus 1 cube over, minus 1. So, minus 1.
Okay. Patingin ng, so balik tayo dun sa screen mo.
Tong, tong.
Tapos plus 3 sum from I equals 1 to n plus sum from I equals 1 to n of 1, and then I square plus 3 times n plus 1 over 2 plus n. But so nagte-telescope to 2 n plus 1 cube minus 1.
And then, simplification.
So n plus 1 cube minus 1 equals 3. Sum from I equals 1 to n plus n. Okay. So we get n plus 1 cube minus 1 minus n minus 3 n plus 1 over 2.
So, I just decided to move the entire, multiply everything by 2 and move the 2 on the other side para wala ng fraction. Okay.
Okay.
So,
And then, okay, make over 2. So may common factor ako dito ng n plus 1. N plus 1 square minus 1 minus 3n over 2.
mm-hmm.
And then
Wait. Ako expected answer. Must be factorable. Okay.
2n plus 1 square minus 2 minus 3n. And then,
Uh-huh.
ano yan eh, yung mas simple kasi na iwan mo yung n plus 1, wag mo i-expand yung n plus 1 cube on the left-hand side. Yung kanina. Pero sige. Kasi kailangan mo mag-factor, di ba? Tapos, check mo, tingnan mo yung answer. Yung answer dapat ay may factor tayo ng n plus 1.
Clearly, that's not the case that I got. So, I need to backtrack. Mm,
Teka,
okay. So, this is a correct answer.
so minus n plus 1 minus n. Bakit
Oh,
minus n? Plus n pa rin yan, di ba? Hindi, nilipat mo yung minus 3. Ay, no? So, sige. Minus 3n, n plus 1. Ngayon, tingnan mo yung combination ng minus n. Bakit, bakit siya plus 1? Di ba nilipat mo to the left?
linipat ko po to to the right.
Minus 1 pa rin yan. Kasi,
Paano?
teka. Teka, n plus 1 cube. So, pag
Ni
nilipat mo, may minus 1. Okay, sige. To the right. Tapos, 3i squared. Kaya, yung sum ng 3i squared should be negative. Hindi, yung plus 1. Bakit plus 1 yan?
Dito
Di
mo.
ba minus 1 yan? Hindi mo naman nilipat yan, di ba?
Linipat ko po lahat to.
No. Para maiwan yung 3 sum of I squared, ang nilipat mo ay 3 sum of I at saka n.
Oh, okay. So, I move. Okay, okay. So, mali pala po. So, anyway, so negative pala. If I were to make this correct, it needs to be negative. So, I need to reverse all of the signs.
Hindi, yung maling sign lang yung plus 1. It should be minus 1.
Wait. So, I move this here sa left side and then made it the right side. So, this needs to be plus din mo.
Teka. So, plus n plus 1 cube minus 1. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that fixes all of my problems. Kasi yun po yung kanina. I knew something had to be subtracted. Mhm.
Tapos may minus 1. Yung minus, tingnan mo yung combination ng minus n minus 1. Di ba that's just negative of n plus 1.
Oh, okay. So,
So, combine it together first.
wait, ano po yung, so dapat I need to have n plus 1 somewhere. So, negative 3n.
Plus 2 n plus 1 cube. Tapos may common factor ka na ngayon ng n plus 1. So,
So, I,
factor it out.
wait. So, there is n plus 1.
So, n plus 1, tapos negative 3n minus 2 plus 2n plus 1 square. All yan. And then simplify further.
Oh,
So, yan. Okay. So, we're done with 4.46, no? So, 4.47 naman. 4.4.47.
ano po? Ayan. Anyway. So, nakamute pala ako. So, 4.47.
Yung sum ng ni cube. So, So, sulat mo lang yung result na kailangan i-prove. Show that sum of I cube is equal to n squared times n plus 1 square over 4.
So, apparently nga po, may mga, there are some people who got unlucky. Mga sulat po yung mga pangalan doon. So, anyway, 40, oh, wait, 4.4 point, ano po? Saan na yung,
48.
48.
Ah, 47 pala.
Nga po na.
Yung sum ng I squared, di ba?
So, ngayon, find I cube.
Hmm.
Ba? So, ano po, I need to do the exact same thing, but for IQ.
Uh, so consider
Okay,
the
so,
telescoping sum
make a new page. Consider.
I plus 1 to the fourth minus I to the fourth. This is going to be, so magte-telescope siya to n plus 1 to the fourth minus 1. But, actually, cool ng trick na to eh. Kaya lang unwieldy siya habang tumataas yung powers eh.
Kasi yung ano po na, yung tawag yung expanding of the binomial here.
Mm.
So, yung difference of a square po is always something, ano, parang meron po siyang special to it. So, a difference of a power pala. Difference of zero is equal to, wow, it gave me the formula. Nice.
Tapos tingnan mo yung itsura niya, no? Yung para siyang anti-derivative formula.
Mm,
Yung sum ng n, yung sum ng I is going to be in terms of I square. Yung sum ng cube is going to be in terms of I to the fourth, and so on.
so, is there ano
Or
po? Is there a
in terms of
formula?
n to the fourth.
Abo.
Ano to eh, yung telescoping na sums, pwede mo siyang i-treat as parang the discrete form of the discrete derivative at saka discrete na integral eh. May may ganung treatment ako nakita dati eh.
It's really a sum nga po, which I think yung definition nga po ng integral to some extent sa sum.
Oo.
So,
So yung mga ano, so yung idea behind that is kung alam mo, kung marunong ka ng calculus, may makikita kang patterns na sa discrete sums. Kaya nagde-define sa ng difference calculus. At saka may finite, yung finite sums, i-treat na parang may discrete integral.
may labon. So, kung may summation pala and it behaves sort of like an integral, is there a difference that it behaves like a differential, a derivative?
Hindi, yung dinidefine niya yung difference of two functions, f of n plus 1 minus f of n.
Mm.
So yan
Oh,
ang tawag doon yung forward difference.
parang nandito yata po yan. Parang ano, f of n plus f of n, f of 0. Parang yun yata po yung summation na or something.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Kaya
find
sige, tingnan ko rin yung ano. So yung sum is ano ba kung mag-lista ng, so it's going to be I to the fourth, and then
copy paste. So this is ano yung kanina? Wait lang mo. So yung kanina is
so
ganon.
I'm going to get mine. Teka, bakit yung kinoconsider mo na sum ay I to the fourth minus I to the fourth minus I actually instead, ang i-consider mo ay yung forward difference. It's I plus 1 to the fourth minus I to the fourth. Kasi panggulo yung signs eh. Or sabay, it will work. That will also work, pero it's up to you. Ako ginagawa ko I plus 1 to the fourth minus I to the fourth.
Parang yung ano lang po, yung signs nandito. Imbis na nandun.
Oo. So, plus 4 I cube plus 6 I square plus 4I plus 1.
Wow,
And
okay.
then, so 4I cube plus 6 sum of I square plus 4 sum of I plus sum from I equals 1 to n of 1. And then yung desired sum ay I equals 1 to n, I cube plus 6. Ngayon, yung I squared is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 over 6 plus 4, yung sum ng I ay n plus 1 over 2. Yung sum ng I is just n. And then, okay, and 1, 2, 4, 4 and 1. N plus 1 to the fourth minus 1 is equal to 4. Tapos may magka-cancel na 6. So, n plus 1, 2n plus 1,
Iko-compute din po natin
plus,
yung I to the fourth. Summation of I to
yeah,
the fourth. No!
I think that's problem 45, 40. Ginagawa natin ngayon yung sum ng I square, di ba? So that's sum ng I cube.
47.
Yeah. So hanggang exercise 48 tayo ng TC7.
No!
Okay, so n plus 1 to the fourth minus n plus 1 minus n plus 1 to n plus 1 minus 2 n plus 1 is equal to 4 sum of I cube. So this simplifies to n plus 1 square minus 1 minus n times 2n plus 1 minus 2n. Teka, bakit mo siya, tingnan mo yung first term. May nagka-cancel sa numerator denominator, di ba?
Bro! So that's a tomfoolery po. That's utter tomfoolery. Ano po dun, tawag na swindle po ako dun. So anyway,
Tapos yung 4, di ba? May nagka-cancel din.
that's It's a very, ano mo, that's a very mean. So I got a swindle there. So dapat 2 lang pala to. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there doesn't have to be any denominator at all. Yun yung ano po na.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, na-cancel boss, kaya that's why in the formula na yun, over 4 lang siya. Kasi wala na pong
Mm-hmm.
denominator. Okay. I have to expand this. I hope not. Okay. So, I don't have to expand it. Nice. So, n plus 1.
N. Tapos yung cancel.
Yung bit of shortcut. Anyway, so yung ano nga po. Yan. Tamusan.
Square. N minus N plus
Q. 1.
N
Oh.
minus N.
Oh no.
So may isang 2N na magka-cancel dito.
Oh
Minus
no.
N squared minus N.
Uh, where did it go wrong? Nowhere. Okay, nice. So far, nowhere. And then,
Tapos yung nawalan ako ng
Mhm.
isang N.
Wait. Oh! Wow, okay.
2, 3.
N squared n plus 1. Possible to the difference of two squares. Where? Difference, difference of two squares. It's another n plus 1 that can be pulled out of it.
Plus 1 to the fourth. Mm. Nag-factor ako ng... Wait, mistake ako. So I should get... It should be cube.
Oh,
Plus 1. And then... Plus 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1. Which gives me n plus 1 cube minus n plus 1 2n plus 1 n plus 1 square n plus 1 minus
looks
2n
like I
plus
really need
1.
to expand. Kailangan mo po expand. Or I need to expand it.
n squared plus 2n plus 1 minus 2n minus 1. So n squared. Okay, tama. Actually, hindi ka dapat nag-expand eh.
Tama.
Tingnan mo yung yung negative n times 2n plus 1 minus 2n minus 1. Pag kinumbine mo yung minus 2n minus 1, anong mangyayari?
Okay, so kanina po I was thinking about kumbaga semi-factoring it out, but I never actually do
Yan,
it.
at saka yung negative 2n minus 1. So, so negative of 2n plus 1. No? So
So
may
I,
factor ka na, factor out mo yun.
oh no, I need
So,
and braces.
okay, so negative n times 2n plus 1. Huwag mo munang yan, huwag mo munang i-factor yan. Do it step by step. Negative n times 2n plus 1 minus quantity 2n plus 1 plus n plus 1 cubed. And then factor mo yung first two terms. May common factor ng 2n plus 1.
Ah, domino.
Okay. And then factor out yung n plus 1. Tapos n plus 1 square.
So I need to expand now.
Oo.
Very sad. I thought I could solve this one without expanding at all. So it's not that hard anyway.
Teka, square na yan, di ba? Bakit cube?
I cube my 12 plus 2 and minus.
Plus
Okay.
1. And then
Wow.
may mga cancellations ulit. Yeah. So,
And
so n squared times n plus 1 square.
therefore, cube
Sum from I equals 1 to n of I cube is equal to n square over 4, which was
okay.
to be shown.
What's the position?
Okay. Yung next yung 4.4.48.
No! So I need to, ano nga po na? What?
Ngayon, before, so ang ano lang, sulat mo yung statement, show that, tapos, ano yung result na gusto? Sum from I equals 1 to n of I to the fourth
So that,
is 3n minus 1 over 30.
whatever that is. So it's,
So, hindi, sulat mo na. N times the quantity n plus 1. Kasi, ano yan eh, clue na rin yan kung ano yung mga factors na hanapin mo eh.
I think,
N,
I think there's a pattern po kasi di ba po yung parang nakita po dito, n plus 1, tapos yung 2n plus 1, tinanggal lang yung n squared. Tapos nandito naman sa 3n squared plus 3n minus 1. So yung next ba, yung quart, kumbaga times 4n, 4n cube plus, ganun po, parang ganun, over something, 30 times. Parang may factorial sa baba eh, something. There must be a pattern here. So, and
Yeah, 264 yung ano eh, yung denominators eh. 26430.
yung sa 3 yata po parang coincidence lang po eh, na nag-cancel. So, kung hindi kaya kinancel, there might be a
Okay, times 2 and 1,
2n plus 1, tapos yung n 3
3n square
plus 3n plus
plus
1.
3n minus 1 over 30.
Oh no.
So
What?
consider
30.
sum from I equals 1 to n of I plus 1 to the fifth
So,
minus I to the
the
fifth.
fifth po, 1, ano ba yan? 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Yan po lang.
Teka, hindi ko kabisado yung binomial coefficients. Pero 6 plus 4, 10. Okay, sige. Okay, tapusin muna natin to. So, sum, that's going to be so yung last term is n plus 1 to the fifth minus, and then first term is 1. But
So, this is, yun nga po 5i to the fourth, I think.
fifth, that's equal to sum from I equals 1 to n of I to
Oh,
the
man.
fifth plus cx plus 5I to the fourth plus 10I cube plus 10I square plus 5I plus 1 minus I to the fifth. Or sum from I equals 1 to n, 5I to the fourth plus 10I cube plus 1. Nung freshman ako, di ko magagawa to eh. Kasi hindi ako marunong mag-binomial coefficients at that time eh. Or tsatsagayin ko talaga yung mas mahaba yung solution ko.
Talagang
Kasi tsatsagayin ko talaga.
So, this is meant to be, yes.
So 5 sum from I equals 1 to n. Actually, may
Ano po?
pattern kasi siya, di ba? Na kaya parang sums. And marunong ka na bang mag matrices and determinants?
Ano?
I think ano yan eh, kaya mo siya, kasi yung ano na yan, pag ginawa mo to, kaya mo
Oo.
siyang palabasin na system of equations for, may parang triangular system siya of equations for Sn.
Oo nga po na. So, kung ano,
Di ba?
yes, I think. Pero how? Yun yung question po eh, how to implement it.
Anyway, sige. Try natin isulat yung pattern mamaya
Sige
na
po.
lahat sila.
Para hindi na po
Plus,
ulit ito.
plus 10. At least yung pag nasulat mo kasi sa system of equations, di ba? At least alam na natin na triangular yung form niya. Tapos may kung ano yung pattern. Kasi ang advantage naman nun, pwede mo siyang ipagawa sa isang symbolic computation na ano, na software.
O nga po na, pwede yan na parang Python or something. Pwede code. It could be an
Grabe
algorithm.
yung mga sums. Cube. Tapos may binomial. Ano to eh? May binomial coefficients kasi na nalalabas na automatic, di ba? Tapos nun, so S3. S3. I cube is
Oh
n
no.
square, n plus 1 square over 4. I square is 10 times n, n plus 1, 2n plus 1 over 6 plus n. So I can write this down as n plus 1 to the fifth minus 1 minus 5 over 2 n square, n plus 1 square minus 10 over 6 is 5 over 3 minus n. Tapos ang denominator 30. So may iwan tayong 6 at saka 5. So tama. And then,
Wow, sakto pala po yung tanso ko po ng space. So, it really is this long. Ano kaya to? Mm,
minus n plus 1 minus 5 third n, n plus 1, 2n plus 1, I to the fourth, and then factor, may common factor ng n plus 1, and then we have n plus 1 to the fourth, minus 5 halves n square, n plus 1, minus 1, n, 2n plus 1. So we expect na may n plus 1, 2n plus 1 na mag-peel off. So, we're
oh,
going to get 6 N plus 1 to the fourth minus 5 times 3 is 15.
May nakita na po akong pattern nga po na yung sa tawag doon is dito po pag yung may yung summation of 1 tsaka yung 1 pag-form siya ng minus yung
Ng
kumaga
N
ito
minus 1, di ba?
yung ito pong exponent 6 siya. Dito po ano ba siya? 5 yan. Yun din po, basta magkakaano siya ng multiple of n plus 1. So lahat they will all be factorable by n plus 1 eventually.
Mm.
So,
So makikita mo dun sa ano at least yung formulas 1, 2, 3, 4, lahat sila may N plus 1. At lahat sila factorable by N.
mabo.
Plus 1, 3 is 15, minus 6, 5 times 2 is 10. This is 6. Natin. So, to the fourth. Isang N plus 1 lang pwedeng lumabas. So, times N plus 6 N plus 1
Kailangan may ma-pull out po na n or n
cube
plus 1.
6 N plus 1 square. Let's call this S4. S4 na lang.
Aha! Pinapalabas po na n plus 1. Mhm.
Kaya lang yung final answer kasi wala, isa lang yung factor ng N plus 1 dito eh.
Obo. Yun nga po eh. So, palabas kaya po yung ano, negative 5n. Or something. Must be something here. Stalemate. Uh,
Hmm.
wait. Doesn't seem right po.
Ako, naghahanap rin ako ng ano yan, kung meron akong may clever way of factoring this eh.
Mhm. Uh, baka needs to be expanded. I don't know. Baka it might need to be expanded po a little. 2n plus 1. Kailangan lumabas 2n plus 1 plus 1. Ito lumabas ng 2n plus 1.
Okay, sige, meron na akong idea.
Oo,
May,
2
may
and
common factor ng may common factor ng n eh. So, try mo kaya i-pull out 'yun.
5n, negative 5n nga po.
N plus 1 plus uh, ayun. So, sige. 6n square plus 6 times 2 is 12n plus 6. So, okay, may cancellation na. Tapos may common factor na ng n. So, meron tayo 6 n plus 1 cube
and needs to be
plus
popped out.
6n plus 12 minus 15n n plus 1 minus 10 times 2n plus 1 is 4. So may 2n plus 1 dapat dito na factor. Six n.
Something needs to be pulled out. Uh, I literally don't care anymore. I will start na po
Cube.
yung expanding. Negative
Sige.
5, 3n squared plus 3.
6 times 2 is 80n plus 6 plus 6n plus 12. Huh.
Really na, really a, really a pain already. So, may nangan na mo. Uh,
Dapat walang 6 minus 15 n square is 15n. Hindi pwede magka-constant term yan eh. So, 18. I think may mali. Check natin. 6 times 2 is 12n. Sabihin mo ko kung 6 n plus 1 square minus 15n times n plus 1 plus 6n plus 12
Unravel this.
and then 6n squared. 6 times 2 is 12n plus 6 minus 15n n plus 1 plus 6n plus 12 minus 10 2n plus 1 6n squared minus 3n plus 6
Aha, nagawa ko na mo. So,
plus 1
or so I thought anyway. So, ooh. So may ano mo, so there's something wrong, very wrong. Ano kaya? Battery and squad, not equal to.
and then may n plus 1 na ako. Kailangan ko ng 2n plus 1 factor. So 6n. 3 2n plus 1. Kailangan ko ng 2n plus 1 factor. Alam natin yung result eh. May 2n plus 1. So how can
Absolutely.
we exploit that?
Maybe, baka kailangan nga po yan, tawag na, i-try niyo po na ano, parang yun nga yung 3n, pa yung ginagawa nung sa malaking ano, 3n squared, tapos times 2n plus 1, tapos plus 3n plus 1 quantity, 2n plus 1,
So
parang kung
2n plus 1 minus n cube plus um, 3, 3 times 2n plus 1 minus 3 plus 12 minus 15 n 2n plus 1 minus n should be S4. So 2n plus 1 square minus
ay. So,
cube dun.
right. What? What went wrong? Where is it?
6 is 18 n 2n plus 1 square 1 n cube minus 6n cube Hmm. Set aside muna natin to. Dahil mahabang algebra siya at madaling magkamali habang tinatry natin gawin live. Instead, subukan natin i-set up na yung system of equations for general in. Just so you can see paano kaya gagawing algorithm yan.
Opo.
Okay, so ito, share ko yung screen ko. Tapos magde-define tayo ng new variables. So what we're looking for is a pattern, di ba? So let's define S0 to be 1. S1 is equal to sum of n. Um, this should be n. Sorry, sum from I equals 0 I equals 1 to n of 1. Sum from I equals 1 to n of I S2 of I square. And therefore Sm is I equals 1 to n I to the m. Ngayon, yung identity na ginagamit natin, 'di ba, ay yung consider. So, gawin natin yung Sm muna. Sm is going to be sum from I equals 1 to n of I to the m. And then, to get this, consider sum from I equals 1 to n of I to the m plus 1, I plus 1 to the m plus 1 minus I to the m plus 1. So, yung terms dito will be m plus 1 to the n
Mm-hmm.
minus 1. Yan yung may iwan. But, if we expand this, using yung binomial theorem, we're going to get I plus 1 to the m. That's going to be sum from k equals 0 to n to m plus 1 of m plus 1 k um, I to the k, tama, minus I to the m plus 1. And then,
So
yung
basically,
sum na k
double
equals 0, yung magka-cancel, di ba, na I equals 1 to n. Bakit m plus 1, m plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tama. Kasi ang power yung m in terms. Okay. Sum to the m plus 1. Ngayon, eto, yung magka-cancel yung m plus 1th term. So, this can simplify to k equals 0 to m I to the k.
Hmm?
Tapos wala na yung ano, wala na yan. Kaya lang, pwede nating interchange yung order ng sum. Uh, I equals 1 to n. Ilabas na rin natin yung binomial coefficient. So m plus 1k, and then sa loob yung sum na I equals 1 to n, I to the k. Yan. Or, but this sum is just Sn. Or SK. So, by looking at these two, we get the following set of equations. M plus 1 to the k minus 1 is equal to sum from k equals 0 to m plus 1 k sk. So, example, ano yung mga ano yung mga equations na makuha natin? Just to check. When m is equal to 1, bakit m? Wait. The sum is, no, sorry, baliktad. This should be m plus 1. This should be n plus 1. Yan. So, mali to. M plus 1, uh, m plus 1, n plus 1. So, when n, yung m is our summation index. Ito, tama. So, m to. Tapos k, dapat k should run from 0 to m. Okay. And then m plus 1. Okay. So, yan. So, for example, when m is equal to 0, m is equal to 1, n plus 1 square minus 1 is sum from k equals 0 to 1 of m is equal to 1, so 2k sk, or sum from, so 2, 0. Hindi natin evaluate yung binomial coefficients kasi gusto ko lang na makita na may pattern talaga siya. So we get S0 plus 2, 1 S1. Okay. When m equals 2, we're going to get n plus 1, m plus 1 to, so this becomes cube minus 1. And then sum from k equals 0 to 2, 2k sk, or 2, 0 S0 plus 2, 1. Kaya ba 2? Dapat 3 ito. M plus 1 to eh. Diba? So, it should be 3 S1 plus 3, 2 S2. Nakita mo na system siya, di ba?
Abo.
Tapos, yung S0 is just N. So, may ano, ito yung general na form. Itong Ito, n plus 1. So let me just box this. So we're actually solving this system. So this is for k. So we're interested in the system for m equals um, pag 0, we get, yeah, does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
0 to 1 to the first, yeah. So yung m equals 0, the m equals 0 na term, that should give us one term. Does this work for the 0 case? So S0, so
S0.
pag nag so makuha natin S0 times 1 0, that's just 1. Tapos that's going to be n plus 1 minus 1 or n. Tama. So it works. So lahat ng cases from m equals 0, m equals 1, etc. So ito yung general na equation for the sums of I to the k. Okay na?
Opo, siguro.
Kaya screenshot ko lang tapos send ko sa ano, yung work para mo compare mo kung gusto mong para pwede mong gawin. Ano to eh, pag numerical na calculation ng sum to the n, hindi ko alam kung gaano ka ano to kung gaano ka effective yung method compared sa i-add mo lang lahat ng terms. Yung mag-solve ng system. Baka hindi eh. Teka, we send this. So para maano mo, ma-reconstruct mo. Okay, so start na tayo sa area mismo. So for now, we're going to take the formula 4 on faith. Pero over the next week, we're going to turn faith into proof.
O, yun. So, kung ano po pala, sinabi, kung ano po, meron nga po palang matrix way to solve po po by mato. Baka ito yung nga po yung sinasabi niyo.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm. Solving it as a system,
So may actually may determinate solution yan eh.
mabo.
So there's a pattern. Pero hindi ko lang kung gaano ka it's probably not going to be simple. Okay, so let's go now to areas. So ang gagawin natin dito, so yung example natin ay itong ano yung part on kapag binigyan ka ng sums na polynomial. Ayun. Teka, may isang theorem, yung telescopic theorem na ni-state lang dito just for reference. So theorem 4.4.6 na sum f of I, yung binigay niya in terms of f of I minus 1 is equal to f of n minus f at 0. So yan yung ano, yung ginagamit natin I plus 1 minus f of I eh. Pero kaya malinaw i-figure out yan. Okay, so yun lang, something to note. Ngayon, kaya tayo nagdi-discrete sums kasi gusto nating i-define yung area. So, definition of area. And then, pag-uusapan natin. So, ito. So, ang idea, what if meron kang function? And then, yung graph from A to B. Gusto natin makuha yung area. Assume natin for convenience muna na f of x is positive. You want to get the area between. So, we want to get this area, yung area under the curve. So, yung method na papakita ni Leithold dyan, yung equal divisions. I think yun din yata yung method ni Archimedes yun eh. Yung subdivide the, the area into equal shapes, get the area of one shape, and then add them all together. So, dito, yung A minus B, we want to convert this into something with n slices. So, let's say let's look for the let's see first kung ano yung itsura niyan for for 3 slices, equal slices along x. So, this length is going to be b minus a over 3. So, kapag n slices, ang i-expect natin, b minus a over n. So, 3 equal slices. So, yung base is b. So, ito yung magiging base ng 1 slice.
nga pala. Aba.
Diba? And then, kailangan natin expressions for, okay, kung gusto nating i-estimate yung sum, actually maraming possible ways of getting the estimate eh. One estimate is gamitin natin tong A, and then, di ba, ang length ito, that's B minus A over 3. So this is A plus B minus A over 3. Itong value. And then yung value na to ay A plus 2 B minus A over 3. So an estimate for this area, kung 3 slices ay sum from I equals 0 to 3, 1, hindi, tatlong slices lang, no? So 0 to 2. Ayan, let's use 1 to, yung sum from 1 to 3 na lang. Kasi yung meron tayong summations, di ba? Yung summation formula natin, parang start sa 1 eh. So to make it easier to apply that, we're going to use sum from I equals 1 to 3. So 3 slices. And then evaluate na. So one estimate is F evaluated at yung left-hand point. So A plus I minus 1 times B minus A over 3. So yan yung height. Multiplied by the base. That's which is B minus A over 3. And then we have to sum this. So, kaya I minus 1 kasi i-evaluate natin yan sa A times yung base. And then, pag I equals 2, 2 minus 1, B minus A over 3, i-evaluate man natin siya dito sa second point times yung height. And then, yung third value would be ito. So, when I equals 3, F evaluated here times yung base. So, ito, yan yung left estimate. Kasi that's one way to approximate this integral. Another way is you can estimate the area by yung the right. So ito, kung ito yung left estimate, yung right estimate naman, ganito gawin. Teka, copyhin ko yung kopyahin natin itong ano. So, the left estimate is, mas maganda isulat ko dito, for the area using 3 slices. Yung right estimate will look like this. So, sum, so area can be approximated by, so 3 right estimate, gagamitin ko itong figure, yung rectangles na to. So, the right estimate is, gagamitin ko ito, and then I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use this rectangle. So, pansin mo, ginagamit ko panay yung nasa right para ma-estimate yung height. So, if I use that, yung area using the right estimate is going to be sum from k equals 1 to 3, f evaluated at a plus I, I yung sum natin. I equals 1 to 3, a plus I times b minus a over 3 multiplied to yung base, which is b minus a over 3. So, kita mo na yung form for 3 slices, di ba? You have 2 different expressions for the area estimate. Iba yung ginamit natin na points. Yung left points or yung right points. So, ito yung may figure. Yung right, yung left estimate is we get this area and we get this area. Yung right estimate, yung naka-red. Ito. So these two will not be the same. Ang expectation, habang dumadami yung slices, in the limit as the number of slices goes to infinity, the expression we'll get using either one should converge to the same value. Clear ba yung idea?
Opo. Yung basic idea na po. Parang ano yun, parang Riemann sum.
Mm. Yun naman talaga yung Yung Riemann sum kasi, mas magulo yung definition kasi ang gagamitin niya yung hindi equal slices eh. Ang importante sa kanya, okay, bahala ka sa slicing. Ang importante lang, for each slicing you choose, ang sasabi niyan, ano yung pinakamalaking slice? So, slices are arbitrary as long as meron kang pinakamalaking slice na given. And then, tingnan mo ano mangyayari in the limit as the largest slice goes to 0. Tapos, ang isa pang pampagulo niyan, saan mo evaluate yung f of x? Dito, pansin mo, ginamit ko yung left estimate, meron akong right estimate. Meron kayang middle estimate.
Middle estimate?
So,
Sakto na?
for example, dito, yung sasabi kong right estimate, left estimate, ang nagde-decide kasi kung nasaan yung point na nag-evaluate ako. So, yung middle estimate, quote-unquote, pwede kong i-define this way. Punta ako sa gitna ng slice. Evaluate ko yung function doon. Nasa yung gitna ng slice na to. Here. Ito yung magiging area. Yung gitna nito, ng slice na yan, would be somewhere here. Diba? So, meron kang gagamitin mo yung middle ng bawat rectangle to estimate the height. So, iba yung magiging expression for that. Ang idea lang talaga ay kahit ano yung piliin mong approximation, kahit saan ka mag-evaluate, you should still get the same value if the integral is defined or if it exists. Yung ginagawa sa Riemann sum, ano eh, pipiliin nila, may tinatawag sa yung supremum estimate, parang yung estimate using yung mga supremum sa bawat interval at saka yung mga infimum sa bawat interval. Yung infimum yung para siyang minimum, tapos yung supremum that's maximum, roughly speaking. Kasi may mga sets na may supremum at saka infimum. For example, ito, tinutong graph ito. Kaya yung mga infimum, supremum, kasi let's say, tingnan mo itong graph na to, butas siya dito. Does this graph have does the value of y have a minimum here?
Ah, saan po yung, yata po, wait lang po. Yun po, yung sa x-axis.
Hindi, hindi nga define dun yung function, di ba? Kasi
So
may
wala po
butas.
yung minimum.
So wala siyang minimum.
There's a limit.
May maximum ba siya?
Wala naman.
Wala rin. Pero may concept ng infimum, which is itong yung idea na upper bound. Hindi ko na kung tama yung terminology ko, no? Infimum, supremum. Infimum is um, infimum ba? I don't, teka. Supremum, supremum yung naalala ko. Sige. So, supremum yung name. That's going to be the least upper bound of the function. So, an upper bound is all values are less than this. So, pwede ka mag-define ng ano yung upper bound na pinakamababa such that at this value, lahat ng values would still be less than that. So, dito, yung least upper bound is going to be exactly ito. Tricky yung definition ng Riemann sum eh. Kasi may mga cases na ganyan na kailangan mo i-consider na what if butas-butas yung function? Can you still define a Riemann sum? Or can you define an integral? Yung theory na yun, ano yun, it's not for your first calculus course. So, hindi pa siya, no? Nasa second calculus course yun eh. Hindi, when I mean second calculus, second series. Kasi, first series yung ginagawa natin. Second series is taken sometime around second year, second sem, or third year kapag nag-BS math ka. Anyway, yun yung ano. Ito yung idea. So, pwede ka mag-split into equal intervals. Tapos, meron kang discrete sum. So, yung gagawin natin next Thursday ay i-apply yung discrete sum na yan for various, yung kaya natin I to the fourth, di ba? So, that means we can deal with functions na up to the fourth degree. Yeah, hanggang fourth degree. So, cubics, quadratics, quartics, integrals ng mga functions na gano'n, we can deal with them. So that's what we'll do next Thursday. Anyway, so we'll stop here for now, and then we'll continue sa Thursday. So, we'll continue Thursday next week. Sunday, back to physics tayo.
Okay po.
So, see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you po. Bye-bye po.
Teka, paalala ko lang, no, kasi mag-end of the month na uli eh. So,
Opo.
pasabi na lang sa dad, sa parents mo.
Okay
Okay,
po.
so we'll stop here. See you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Okay po. Thank you po. Bye-bye po.